the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
6:07 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Friday edition, and we've made it through another week, and we're still alive. We haven't killed each other yet. How many weeks has it been now? Since July 13th?
Oh, you mean since January 13th?
Or January 13th, sorry.
That's all right. The start of the year.
Thinking, yes.
I don't know. I can't count how many. That's got to be, let's see, 5 times 4, at least 20 weeks now, you and I, Evan.
Hold on, let me look here. I'm going to go back in a calendar.
Or 4 by 4, maybe 16.
Did I say January 13th? Yes, that's 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is our 18th week. So next week will be week number 19.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And before you know it, it's going to be the end of the year.
Yeah, Christmas.
We were just talking about it yesterday. I was talking with some people at my workplace that how the weeks are flying. And even though many people had this time off during the pandemic and all of the down and the slow time,
right? It
still went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
Last couple of months.
Yep. For sure.
Kind of a weird thing.
So yesterday was day number 2 back to work for you.
Yeah.
How did that go? Tell me about it.
Oh, so excellent.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad to see some of my clients coming back that I haven't seen like in a really, really long time.
Mm-hmm.
I have this sweet young lady that came in wearing this wolf kind of a mask.
A wolf mask?
Yeah. She's fun. She's a fan of Star Wars, and she has horses. She loves horses.
Okay.
You know, you just get to know people and you miss them after a while. And it was like a warm welcoming of some of them back.
Oh, okay. All right. I bet a lot of them were glad to get their massages in, right?
Yeah. A lot of people, you know, it's a great way to come on in and de-stress and detoxify, you might say, a little bit as we, you know, we move that muscle mass around through the body and break up the lactic acid in your traps and shoulders, as we call it.
I'd be afraid to come there and get a massage because I'd be afraid that my butt would be kicked left and right because I don't like deep pressure. So, and I know that massage therapists, they do deep tissue work, and sometimes you get beat up pretty bad.
I know.
Right?
And then you're right, Evan. And then you can like really feel it the next day or two in your muscles. You can just kind of feel the places where they worked. This was quite a while back. I was with Gary at the dentist. Yes. Over in Port St. Lucie. And they had, now this was before coronavirus came about. This was already last year, but they had massage chairs right in the dental office where I sat and waited for them. So I played on that massage chair and it gave me like a good, hard, solid massage.
Really?
And then I got in my car the next morning and like, oh, wow, why is my back so sore? Oh, yeah, I was messing around with that massage chair yesterday.
Wow.
But sometimes it can give you that, but it's a good kind of sore feeling the next day.
Okay.
You know, like that feeling if you had worked out.
So they had massage chairs in the dentist office?
They did.
Did they have people in there doing massage?
I want to say it was Great Smile over there and in PSL. And
okay.
Not people doing the massage, but they had the chairs that you sit in, and the chairs were.
Massage chairs. Okay,
yeah.
I see what you're saying now. So in other words, it's kind of like when you go to these fairs and they have these massage chairs you sit in and you put your legs in and it's like kind of like you get locked in.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden it's you feel these different things, the rollers going up and down. It's like what is that called, shiatsu or something like that?
Oh, I think so. I wish I could answer that better.
Okay.
But yeah, they have the different techniques and the different buttons that you can press to get maybe you can get the compression, they call it. You can get the tapotement.
Okay. I know my wife has tried those at the fair. She's gone in those chairs, and every time she does, I have to walk away because otherwise, if I don't walk away, I get the puppy dog eyes. Honey, we need one of those in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And sorry, those are thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I bet they would be a fine price.
They're about $4,000 or $5,000.
They have them too when I've went to get a pedicure in the past. I've got 2 pedicures in my life, and both places had chairs that you sit in that massage you while you're dipping your feet in the hot water. It feels really nice.
See, speaking of pedicure, we talked about that the other day. I won't go. That's just not me.
No,
nobody wants to see these bad boys down here.
You don't want a splash of color on your toes.
No,
No,
no. I don't want to splash of color, and I don't know if they would make a bucket big enough for these bad boys down here.
Hey, you never know. I mean,
I think you need a
seriously.
whirlpool or something to get these things in.
If you went for one, seriously, Evan, who knows? You might like it, and you might
I don't know.
want to go back again.
I'm just afraid. I told you I have this thing about feet. I'm just real funky about somebody touching my feet. And me touching somebody else's feet. I won't touch my wife's feet. That's just me.
That's why we have hot towels too at work, and many times I break out the hot towels.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you do your massages, okay, I don't mean to put you on the spot, okay, and if I'm wrong, please just reach across the counter and slap me, okay?
I'll just go like this with my pen.
Yeah, just throw your pen at me.
Woo.
Do you do people's feet when you massage?
Yeah, sure.
You do?
People love a good foot rub.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and that does not bother you at all?
And no, it doesn't.
Okay, see, some people it would.
Yeah.
Now in the massage industry, do you have to, is that part of your training and getting licensed, is doing the feet as well?
It's called reflexology.
Okay, all right.
And some people are certified with reflexology.
Okay.
They've studied it. They maybe got a little degree or certificate for it.
So if I did not, if I wanted to get my massage license and go to school for massage, let's say, and I did not want to do the foot side of things and touch somebody's feet, could I still get licensed?
Sure, you could.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah, you could still get your license.
Okay, I could. Okay.
I mean, you just might not be hired by, a few places where, they might say, yeah, or yeah, I haven't really run across that with anyone or any coworkers that did not want to work on a certain body area.
Okay.
So I don't know what different franchises and different businesses would have to say about that. But even though you were squeamish about feet, you could still get licensed.
Okay.
You might want to, think about moving forward and getting your license. That, some people finish the course, even, Evan, and they become massage therapists and pass the state board, and, only to find that, wow, this is not for me.
Okay.
You have to be a certain kind of person, as you're touching people.
Okay. All right. Very
Some people do find that thing is not for me, and some find it great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Bonnie, as you know, I'm not one that likes to talk politics on the show. I don't really like discussing politics, but this morning I'm going to bring something up in regards to our president, President Trump. I was watching a live feed yesterday of our president at the Ford Motor Plant up in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. He was there speaking, taking a tour of the plant, and that's where Ford is making all those ventilators as well. And he met with the press before he spoke to all the employees. And again, I'm going to pause on that note because we have a phone call right now this early in the morning. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Good morning.
Oh, it's Phil. All right.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much.
So I was just about to get into a conversation with Bonnie here, and you could probably chime in as well if you'd like.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the president yesterday. when he was touring the Ford Motor Plant. Did you happen to watch that?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so before he goes into his speech, where he goes and meets with all the employees, the mechanics, and things like that, he takes his tour, and then the press questions him. And again, the rhetorical question is, why are you not wearing your mask? And all of a sudden, he takes his mask out of his pocket, and he shows that he has his mask, but he's not wearing it. And then he also says that behind the curtain, he had his mask on, okay, and he had it on for a little bit, but he didn't want to give the press the privilege or honor of capturing a photo of him with his mask on. That's why he had it off yesterday. But if you go to TMZ.com, somebody apparently had their cell phone camera out, and they did snap a picture of the president with his face mask on, Phil.
Okay. And?
All right.
It's funny. It's, etched in my memory, too,
Thanks.
is when we had, was it 2 years ago in the summertime when we had the eclipse, the total eclipse of the sun right here. And sometimes the president just does things like that where you just like going, what? You go, what? There was that moment I remember, I think, seeing he and the first lady like on the balcony looking at that eclipse.
Right.
And he takes off his sunglasses.
Yeah.
like it's no big deal.
But see, the thing that irks me is nobody is allowed in that plant unless they're wearing a mask. And they brought that up in the cast yesterday that was broadcasting this, that nobody is allowed in the Ford Motor Plant unless you're wearing a mask, no matter who you are. So, and this is something that was also put in force by I think the governor or whoever in the state. But I mean, just because you're the president, you should still follow the rules. In my humble opinion, am I right or wrong here, Phil?
You're right, but you know how Trump is. He likes to make a show of things to an extent.
Yeah.
So I think that comes down to part of it right there too. So
yeah, I'm kind of like on that borderline with him with that. It's kind of like, you're right, Phil. President Trump is going to be President Trump. It is just who he is.
Yeah.
But then on the other token, it's like, well, you're the head of a nation, and he should be setting
lead by example.
The example is what I'm
I
looking for.
don't mind him. I don't mind him giving the press a run for their money, because they're just sometimes the press is just they don't even report the news anymore. They just pretty much read the news. There's no investigation anymore or fairness or anything like that. But at the same time, what I don't like is when he goes after like a celebrity because they said something to him. Okay, so what? You're the president, dude. You won. You don't have to worry about what this guy said it to you anymore. That's what.
And you're the top dog. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Exactly.
Yeah, that's the only thing about that. But I don't mind him giving a press run for his money. But I do agree, he probably should have had it on, or maybe when he went to go speak, have it off for a few minutes and then put it back on.
One thing,
like that.
Added one plus about Donald Trump. I heard this morning he does want to get the parishioners back to their fellowships and wants to get people back to church. So
Good.
That's good. Good.
Well, churches can open. I mean, they're allowed to open. They never were shut. They never were shut down. The churches.
Can't tell the church is shut down.
Yeah, churches were never shut down. It's up to the individual church if they want to have the parishioners in the church for safety purposes. Now, our church, that's just, there's no way we can do anything right now because our church is so massive. It would be impossible. You'd have to put all our parishioners in like Clover Park.
Wow.
To be able to do what we do.
Yeah.
And to clarify, Bonnie, that wasn't the president. These are the governors that are trying to make these decisions on the churches.
Yeah.
So be fair about that. That's the governors who are ticketing people going to church in their cars and stuff like that. That's just plain out wrong. it is what it is.
Yeah.
But,
By the way,
hey,
thank you for moving your phone in front of your mouth, so now I can hear you.
We can finally understand the
Yeah,
conversation.
you sound like you sound like you're in a box of Wheaties there. Anyway.
probably was. Today I had a little bit of trivia for you guys today.
Oh, okay.
Today is the 40th anniversary of Pac-Man.
Really?
Yes, today was the day Pac-Man came out.
40 years.
40 years
Yep.
ago. Wow.
Yep.
I thought Pac-Man was, oh, good gosh, I thought it was a little younger than that.
Nope. 40 years today.
Phil's got a Pac-Man machine at his house. And I'll be over there playing that in a few weeks. We got the official invite to dinner over to Phil, so we'll be partaking in that.
Yes.
Well, there's that sound, and you know what that sound means, Phil.
Yes. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, take care. Bye.
All right.
6:22 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is preparing for an unprecedented Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summer comes with added safety challenges as people want to get out of the house and celebrate in the mix of COVID-19 related rules and restrictions. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up staffing and spreading out resources to make sure celebrations do not get out of hand in areas like beaches, sandbars, and restaurants. Thursday night, sailors return in Martin County got an early glimpse into the demand for the holiday weekend, welcoming a busy but socially distant dinner crowd. They are still rebounding from weeks of being closed. Because of capacity limits, La Matina knows they will take a financial hit for the otherwise profitable weekend. They've removed at least 20 tables to meet capacity limits. We're doing everything in our power to keep it safe, La Matina said. If they did not, he knows the risk. Law enforcement has already made random stops at the restaurant. And Sheriff William Snyder says Memorial Day is a busy weekend for law enforcement any year, but the COVID-19 pandemic will make for more challenges. The restaurant owners, they know the law, they know the regulations, they know the rules, Snyder said. His deputies will also be keeping a close eye on beaches and on sandbars. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket went vertical at Kennedy Space Center early Thursday, a 230-foot signal that Pad 39A is almost ready to host the first crewed launch from American soil in nearly a decade. SpaceX teams rolled the rocket and attached Crew Dragon capsule out of the horizontal integration facility overnight, then slowly raised it next to the launch tower and into its final position. The process was complete by around 9 a.m. If all goes according to plan, including a smooth flight readiness review scheduled to conclude Thursday evening, NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley will launch to the International Space Station at 4:33 p.m. next Wednesday. They should arrive before noon the following day. The duo flew into KSC's former shuttle landing facility Wednesday, kicking off a busy week of rehearsals, spacesuit fit testing, additional time in the Crew Dragon capsule, and readiness reviews. Their families, observing strict coronavirus quarantine procedures, will soon join them this week, too. The federal government expects a busy hurricane season for the Atlantic Basin, with 6 to 10 hurricanes forming, forecasters said on Thursday. The announcement comes against the backdrop of the coronavirus, which will almost certainly impact evacuations and shelter from approaching storms. Overall, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said 13 to 19 named storms will develop. This number includes tropical storms, which contain wind speeds of 39 miles per hour or higher. Storms become hurricanes when the winds reach 74 miles per hour. The NBA is moving closer toward a return. According to reports by both ESPN and The Athletic, the league is heavily considering using Walt Disney World in Orlando as something of a soft bubble where it can resume play without fans at a single site, and players are expected to be called back into their markets beginning on June 1st. Our news time 6:26, weather and traffic together are next.
6:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Now, Evan, on the Turnpike in Hope Sound this morning, there's a prescribed burn. Yes, right in that Hope Sound area on the Turnpike. So you're going to see smoke in that area. Use some caution. No accidents to report. And there's your latest look at traffic. A mild morning, too, at 76 in Stewart. And here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall could be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast, with more coastal sunshine breaking through. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
And now your Memorial Day weekend forecast from the Weather Channel. Look for a flurry of activity in the liquor store, turning to widely scattered drinking throughout the weekend. Continued high pressure of social distancing leading to less than enthusiastic mask wearing. There will be a high likelihood of dad burning burgers on the grill, followed by mom's potato salad with too much mayonnaise. Chance of kicking off the summer by seeing a blockbuster in a movie theater, 0%. And that's your Memorial Day weekend forecast from the Weather Channel.
I'd have to say the weather forecast sounded pretty accurate. How about you?
A little bit.
Yeah?
What I like about this morning's weather, when I was driving in, Evan, all of the heat lightning that you're seeing in the southern sky, it's nature's fireworks for you this morning.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
I didn't notice it.
Oh,
Wasn't paying attention.
it got me excited.
But I was talking about the Weather Channel forecast that just aired.
Yeah.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, it sounds like me. Too much mustard and mayonnaise and all the goodies
Relish.
in my potato salad.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a Memorial Day weekend, folks, and not a day to party, but it's a day to thank and pay respects to those who gave their lives. And I'm hoping my daughter is going to be awake at 8 o'clock this morning. I sent her a text message at 4:30 this morning. She worked last night. And I actually want to have her as a guest on the show to talk about her military career in the United States Army, to talk about my dad's career in the Army, just to have a conversation about what soldiers go through in their everyday lives and things like that. So I'm hoping that she'll be awake by 8 o'clock, and she'll text me back and say, "Sure, Dad, I'll do the interview."
Yeah.
Or if I don't get a text back, then obviously she's sleeping, and I don't want to wake her.
It's not military time. It's her time.
That's right. It's her time, without a doubt. But definitely, Memorial Day, it's also the official start of summer, hurricane season, all sorts of things happening. But again, and something I'm very strong on, and I stress this, and everybody has different beliefs in this, and I've spoke about this time and time again. It's not a time to go out and party and drink beer and yell and scream and get drunk and all that other stuff, because of people gave their lives for us to be here and to be able to breathe this air that in this great country we live in.
Yeah, as we move forward with Memorial Day weekend, I do have Memorial Day Monday off the entire day, where I even get to sleep in. And yes, I'm going to maybe do a little backyard barbecue. But
that's fine.
I always
that's
try
fine.
to read a little bit about history, about somebody, to try to reflect.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. It's nice to get the barbecue out, put some burgers and some hot dogs and some steaks and chicken and wings and ribs and corn and whatever else, maybe even some ice cream on the grill. Who knows? Anything's possible.
And I guess it's a great time with the kids. They've had so much time off. It would be just like a great time to get together with your kids and review a little bit of history.
Yep, definitely agree with you totally there. My shipment of 25 small from Amazon, 25 American flags are going to be here today. I ordered them yesterday at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go down and visit my parents and pay respects to my dad, who was in the Army for 47 years as a colonel, very, very highly decorated soldier in the United States Army. So I'm going to go down and visit him and the parents and stuff like that.
My family is military too. My dad, Army, my brother, Army, and my grandpa, my dad's dad, World War I.
Really?
Fought on the front lines.
Wow.
Yeah, and made it back. Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Want to say hello to Michael. He's listening in this morning on our feed. Good morning, Michael. Thanks so much for joining us. And we hope you and yours and everybody else out there in Radio Land has a very, very safe Memorial Day weekend. It's time for a segment we like to call Viral Videos. And there's a video that's been blowing up on TikTok. Seems like TikTok is the latest rage for everything. And by the way, I showed my wife that video yesterday about the strawberries.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. She liked to almost crawl under the table. And her exact words were, I'm going to be when I buy strawberries, they're going to go in salt water now before we eat them.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is she like a lover of the strawberry
She loves
too?
strawberries too.
Well, I'm glad you didn't totally ruin it for her.
Well,
because
when I showed her the video, she just froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would freeze too.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Stuff I don't want to see, because I like me some strawberry shortcake.
Nothing wrong with strawberries, but just put them in salt water before before you do, and make sure there's nothing creepy crawly in them.
Little gummy worms in there.
Yeah, exactly. Those little itty bitty things.
It's like, I didn't know they produced my strawberries inserting those gummy worms.
Yep, exactly.
Kind of like the Reese's peanut butter cups insert the little candies in there for me.
They're no bigger than a little thread is what they are. So there's a video that's blowing up on TikTok recently. It's a series of doorbell cam messages from a dad to his daughter who's away at college. Now, he started leaving the messages after she told him that she watches their Ring doorbell footage. Okay. They're very mundane, and that's why it's very special to her. Stuff like it's drizzling outside, or he just got $9 off at Rite Aid, or good luck on your final exam. So let's listen in here.
It's drizzling a little here. Hey, Em, got $9 off at Rite Aid. Hey, Em. Hi, Em. Hey, Em, what's up? What up? Hey, Em, what's going on? Hey, Em, we're home. Love.
So yeah, so he every time he comes to the house, he just says hello to his daughter on the doorbell. These little message.
That's priceless. It
because she's away at college,
and it makes me miss my own dad even more. You know, and like, I hope she can hold on to that footage. And, you know,
Yeah, it's always there. It's in the cloud.
something I'm envious of with this time that we're in. You know, I grew up in a time where we didn't have all that video
Mhm.
footage of our parents, which I would like to be able to look back and see right now.
Yep.
You know, I have their memories and photos and photo albums.
I've got some old video footage of my parents from when they got married. It's on. My dad had it transferred. It was on 8mm film.
Yeah.
It was on a reel, and you'd put it in a projector.
Okay.
No sound or nothing like that.
It's funny you say that because I have a cousin in Illinois who has some footage, real old footage of my parents and sitting around the dinner table
Yeah.
with their mom and dad, my grandparents.
Yeah, it's pretty
I want
cool.
to get that footage.
It's pretty cool what you can do. So my dad had it transferred to a VHS tape, and I have those VCR tapes
Yeah.
up in my closet. And every now and then I'll go in the box and I'll just kind of look at them. I'm afraid to put them in the VCR player. Yes, we do have a VCR player at my house. I think it still works. I'm not sure. But I would have to find out what it would cost to transfer these VCR tapes to a DVD.
Right.
I know somebody that could do it for me probably, but it'd be pretty interesting to watch some of the footage, especially my parents' wedding from back in the day.
Yeah. They'll bring a tear to your eye when you see it.
Yeah, probably. There's a woman posted a video of her dog having I can't even say this word, but a serious crisis about whether or not to eat chili and lime tortilla chips that she's offering. Now, the dog seems interested, so she offers her one, but after a good sniff, the pup starts barking very angrily. And after 2 more attempts with the exact same results, the woman changes it up and sets one on the floor. The dog still seems a little suspicious and barks at it, and then finally gives in and chows down. So let's listen in here.
Okay. You want one of these hot little chips?
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
hot chips. That's why
You
the
do?
dog doesn't want to have
Uh-huh.
nothing to
Okay,
do
I'm
with
gonna
it.
try to give it to you. If you want it so bad, see what you say.
Look. Didn't like that at all.
I thought you
Does not like that at all.
Get me a regular chip, Mom.
Right?
Don't you want it?
I don't want the chili lime.
Man, the dog is angry.
There must be something of the smell of that chip that's making it
Yeah.
kind of ornery.
Yeah, so she tries a second time.
That's a beautiful dog, by the way.
Yeah, it's a Dalmatian.
Look at all the spots on that.
Yeah, kind of like your shirt.
Makes me want to have another Dalmatian.
What, their second attempt, not happy, not having, doesn't want to have nothing to do with it at all.
I thought you wanted it.
Yeah, just nothing. Then on the third attempt,
Wait, you do?
yeah,
You do want it?
now
Changed my mind.
he's changing
you
his
want
mind.
A nice hot chili lime tortilla.
Notice she said
You
hot,
do?
hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
key word.
I'll give it to you.
Now she's going to put him on the floor. Oh, there. See, he doesn't want it again.
Might be more apt to enjoy it if she puts a little meat on that tortilla
Yeah.
for it.
Now it's on the floor. He's playing with it and toying with it, debating. Still, he's barking at it on the floor, and he's debating on what to do.
He just can't make up his mind.
Can't make his mind up. And now she moves it a little closer.
It's yours.
Now it's there, and then he eats it.
Oh.
Hear him eating it,
What if it's burning the poor doggy throat?
right?
So hot and spicy.
And then he probably hightailed it to the bowl of water.
I'm sure.
Wow. Okay.
That's a great looking dog. Oh, I want that I want a Dalmatian again.
Yeah. So there's another video that's out. It's a brick, and it's I'm just gonna say you have to guess the sound
Okay.
of what it is. Okay. So
So did you already say it's some sort of a brick?
yeah, it's a brick.
She's a brick house? Is
no,
it a brick house?
No. No, I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
That just came out of left field. Okay. It's Friday, so anything's possible.
I know,
All right, so
right?
listen to the sound, and then I'll give you 3 choices. Here we go. Okay, So it's either A, throw a tree branch into the engine of a beat up Datsun. Okay, it's either that sound.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Toss a grandfather clock into a cement mixer.
Oh.
Or tossing a brick into a washing machine. What do you think that was?
I'm going to say that first one of the what was
the tree?
The tree
and the branch of the engine of the Datsun?
Yeah.
Well, that's not right. It was a brick being tossed into a washing machine and then the washing machine going on spin cycle.
Yeah. I wonder who would be that's kind of like a stupid news one there, Evan, because who would want to throw a brick inside there and take a chance of breaking the washer?
Couldn't tell you. But I do have some interesting factual funny stuff. I have the top 5 signs staying at home is starting to take its toll on you, Bonnie. Okay. These are the top 5 signs staying at home is starting to take a toll on you.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5 is you're looking at brochures about vacationing in your living room. Okay. That's number 5.
You could do that. You could like set up a little teepee or some sort of thing in your living room and paint your wall like ocean waves and pretend you're out at the beach camping.
Yep. Number 4.
Throw a little sand in your living room.
Number 4, you just yelled at the television and you think that it yelled back at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too much time because now that TV's talking back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Coming in at number 3, you feel like you should wear a mask while reading People magazine. Get it? People magazine?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. Coming in at number 2, day 22 of the same pajama bottoms. Day 22 of wearing the same pajama bottoms.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Okay.
I mean, that's lazy.
And
Time
number
to change those
coming
and
in
wash
at,
them.
coming in at number 1, you wanted a toothpick, and instead of getting up to get one, you simply ordered one on Amazon.
Through Amazon.
Yeah. There you go.
A box of toothpicks.
That's your top 5 signs. Staying at home is starting to take its toll on you. 6:45 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is preparing for an unprecedented Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summer comes with added safety challenges as people want to get out of the house and celebrate in the mix of COVID-19 related rules and restrictions. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up staffing and spreading out resources to make sure celebrations do not get out of hand in areas like beaches, sandbars, and restaurants. Thursday night, sailors return in Martin County got an early glimpse into the demand for the holiday weekend, welcoming a busy but socially distant dinner crowd. Florida's coronavirus death toll is up to 2,144. Another 48 deaths were reported yesterday. We take a look at the coronavirus cases broken down by county. The number confirmed in Indian River County, there are 110, 9 deaths reported. Here in Martin County, 472 confirmed coronavirus cases, 8 deaths reported. And in St. Lucie County, 349 cases where there are 28 deaths reported. Florida has more than 390,000 unemployment claims that can't be processed. Some of them are duplicates, while others have errors or lack crucial info like identity verification. ID verification makes up a hefty portion of the backlog, state officials claim. Currently, if authentication of identity is needed, applicants must get in contact with one of the state's 6,000 call operators. That hasn't been easy for some to do. WPTV's Forrest Saunders has the story.
All of our phone lines are busy, and we are unable to offer a callback option at this time.
That's the message Sarah Krause gets when she calls the Department of Economic Opportunity. Choked phone lines, keeping her from verifying her ID and getting her claim processed.
You can't even leave a message with your information.
No, and you can't enter it in online, which I find strange.
She's been trying all week without luck, the effort leaving her frustrated, believing an ID check shouldn't be that hard.
Call this number and have somebody actually pick up the phone and say, hi, what's the issue? Yeah. That's it. It's like a 2-minute process.
I asked DEO's unemployment chief about the slowed ID checks this week. He apologized for the delay, acknowledging applicants' desire for something faster. John Satter saying that change is coming.
We're standing up, and it'll be in the next couple of days, a identity verification tool where people, it's 2020, people should be able to go online and verify their identity.
Satter was light on details, but says the tool is in testing stages and was created in partnership with the Department of Highway Safety. He expected it would be ready by next week.
And that hopefully will clear a relatively large backlog.
Until it's running,
We apologize for any inconvenience.
Sarah will just have to keep trying the old method, calling each day, waiting for help and benefits.
As my colleague said, we put a man on the moon and brought him back. But we can't staff a phone line.
At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, WPTV News Channel 5.
NASA is another step closer to next Wednesday's historic manned space launch from Cape Canaveral. The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket and Crew Dragon capsule were raised into position yesterday at the Kennedy Space Center's Launch Complex 39A. President Trump may come to Cape Canaveral for next week's rocket launch, and he's encouraging the White House press corps to come along. And lastly, Tropical Storm Arthur may have been just the beginning. NOAA has released its 2020 Atlantic Hurricane Outlook, which calls for a 60% chance of an above normal season. Now get ready. It may be a bumpy summer and fall. ESPN is producing a 9-part documentary series on another athlete considered to be the greatest of all time in his sport, quarterback Tom Brady. Titled The Man in the Arena, Tom Brady. The next series will explore each of Brady's 9 Super Bowl journeys with the New England Patriots, showing his perspective through his 6 titles and 3 Super Bowl defeats. News time is 6:48. Weather and traffic together will be next.
$6:50 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we don't have any accidents to report on this Friday morning. Major highways are looking good. So is US 1 throughout Martin and St. Lucie County right now. There's your latest look at traffic. Palm City has 76. It's 72 in Port St. Lucie. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Morning here on the Treasure Coast. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall could be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast, with more coastal sunshine breaking through. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
The best part about waking up with our morning show is, from here on out, your day can only get better.
Yeah. Your day can only get better. That's pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I hope everybody's day was off to a pretty good start, though, like mine.
Mine was off to a great day. You know why?
Why is that?
Because I woke up. See, if you don't wake up, your day's not going to happen.
Every morning
It's pretty
you
simplified.
wake up and breathe is a good day. And plus, I'm heading to the beach this morning.
Are you
after
really?
we're done with the show. I can't.
Do you have your
just-
bathing suit with you?
I do, yeah.
Do you really?
It's-
So you're going to change right here?
Oh, well, it's in the car, and I'm gonna.
Well, not in front of me.
Do it at the
Not in your car. You're not going to change in your car so everybody can see.
No.
I hope
I'll
not.
be throwing clothes out the window.
Oh,
and
no.
Doing that change.
Don't be doing that.
No, I'll do it when I get out
Don't
there.
want you to get arrested for anything.
Can't decide which one to go to, though.
Wow.
I might go to that one. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell. There's. I took my brother to the. I think it was Stewart.
Don't tell anybody where you're
Stewart
going
Beach.
because there might be somebody out there that might be watching you.
Yeah, like a stalker.
Yeah, stalker.
Yeah.
We don't want nobody stalking Bon. Then I'll have to go all roguelessly insane on them.
Yeah.
And I got to protect you.
Yeah, and then I'll have to stay indoors more and
Yeah.
never.
Then we'll just have to get you a sunlight at your house.
Yeah.
Hey, quick round of yes or BS until we go up to the news at top of the hour, Bonnie. Jack Nicholson supplied the voice of the Beast in the 1991 Disney animated version of Beauty and the Beast. Is that yes or BS?
I'm gonna say that's BS.
And you're
Yeah.
right.
I never heard that one, so
Okay.
I kind of thought, and I'm kind of a fan of Beauty.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good. As
Oh.
you should be. Before becoming a huge country music artist, Tim McGraw worked as a sporting goods employee and a manager of a cowboy boot store. Yes or BS?
Well, since Tim's dad is the baseball player, the
Tug.
late Tug McGraw,
Right.
I think that Tim could have been at a sporting goods store. Yes, that would be true.
Incorrect. It was actually Garth Brooks.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was
now?
Garth Brooks.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Disney film was shot entirely indoors.
Oh, Mary Poppins?
Yeah, yes or BS?
I think the Wizard of Oz was. I'm not Mary Poppins, but I'm still going to give it a yes.
That is true. California has the death penalty.
BS.
It does.
It does.
Yes, California has the death penalty.
Oh, it has the death
Yes,
penalty.
has.
But people are on death row there for many, many, many years.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to put somebody
It still has one
out.
then.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay.
The world record for the longest marriage is 87 years. Yes or BS?
Yes.
Correct. The bloodhound is the most intelligent dog there is out there. Yes or BS?
A bloodhound.
A bloodhound.
Gonna say a German Shepherd might be a little more intelligent, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and still say yes.
Incorrect. It's the poodle.
The poodle.
Yes, a
No.
poodle. Most intelligent dog out there is a poodle.
Well, how do they get it? They're pretty and they're intelligent.
know.
How do they get it all?
Don't
so
ask
special.
me. I just read what it says. A group of bats is called a baggie.
A baggie.
A baggie.
A baggie.
A group of bats called a baggie. Yes or BS?
BS.
BS? Correct. They're called a colony of bats.
Okay.
Scientifically speaking, a crab has a head. Yes or BS?
Yes.
Correct. Albert Einstein invented the barometer. Yes or BS?
The barometer.
The barometer.
Oh, for barometric pressure.
Yes.
Right?
Yes or BS?
I think that could be BS.
Correct. A spider usually has 6 or 8 eyes. Yes or BS?
BS.
Incorrect. It is true. 6 or 8 eyes.
No wonder why they can see you when they're coming at them and
Exactly.
they crawl away so fast.
Exactly. Jello was created in 1950.
Yes.
Incorrect. 1897. 1897.
That early for Jello, huh?
Yes. Lastly, the Pilgrims were the first people to eat spinach.
Yes.
Incorrect. It was the Persians.
Okay.
The Persians.
Persians.
And that's how you play yes or BS.
Some interesting
with the Get
stuff
Up and Go
there,
show. Yeah,
Evan.
interesting stuff.
Yeah.
We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and we'll have hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show.
On air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected to the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
You happy?
Are you happy? Are you happy?
Why do you ask?
Why do you ask?
Well, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It just happens to be
International Day of Happiness.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
Right?
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
It's International Day of Happiness.
And if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
It's showtime, baby.
It's showtime, baby. It's Friday.
I think that was like my favorite one to sing when I was a kid during Bible school.
Which one?
When you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
All right. Yeah, I remember that.
And all the kids would clap their hands.
Yeah.
I loved that song so much and had so much fun with it.
That was a cool song.
It brought back a great memory.
I just got thrusted back to my 5th grade days at PS 14 in New York on Corona Avenue. I was up in New York recently, a couple of years ago, and I actually stood on the steps of my elementary school. Walked in the front door.
How did that feel?
And I got stopped dead in my tracks.
By who?
Security.
Really? What
They wouldn't let me in.
Did you look peculiar to them? Or
No. I said to the guy, I'm like, I used to go here as a kid. And here's this 58-year-old guy, and he looks at me, he goes, "You can't come in here, sir." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "I'd like to talk to administration and possibly, get a tour of the school. I used to go here when I was in 5th grade." He says, "We don't do that anymore. Security's changed."
yeah,
I'm like, "Really?"
I'm sure.
Got kicked out.
They have to do everything in their efforts to be cautious.
But it was
nowadays.
very surreal. It was pretty surreal standing on the front steps of PS 14 on Corona Avenue in New York.
That has to, boy, what a feeling. And, I mentioned the singing of the song, "You're Happy and You Know It."
Yeah.
Takes me right back where I can, remember even the smell of the building, the school building that we were in.
Yeah.
When we had Bible school and we sang those songs.
Right. Kind of makes you happy, huh?
It does.
What else makes you happy?
Going to the beach today.
You're just so stuck on going to the beach, aren't you?
I haven't swam in a really long time,
Okay.
So, I mean,
How long has it been? Are you going to go in the ocean? Are you going to swim?
Yes. Oh, yeah. But, I'm going to look at the weather to see what the rip current action is like for today. It's going to be a beautiful morning again, though. Looks like we have a high of 87 today. And here in Stewart, we're already up to 76. I don't see any chances of rain.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very nice, likable beach morning.
Okay. I hope it's going to be nice for your sake. I mean,
yeah.
You've got your bathing suit. You're going to change. You're going to go to the beach, and you're going to hear this.
I love that little area, Evan, of the beach I go to where you step in.
I feel like I'm at the beach.
You step in a few feet, and then there's this major dip right away. It feels like you're in a bathtub.
Doesn't it sound like we're at the beach right now?
It does.
I could just play this during the whole broadcast, and people would think we're at the ocean.
No.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Tranquility.
I want to see some pelicans, too, when I'm out there.
When I go to bed at night, I say, "Hey, Google, play ocean sounds."
Oh, man.
And this comes on.
I got to do it.
Do you have a Google?
I do. Or wait, no, I have Alexa.
You have Alexa?
Yeah.
So say, "Alexa, play ocean sounds."
Yeah, I don't
And you'll
use
get
her in that sense enough. I have
No?
her hanging out in my kitchen, and then certain times of the day when I feel like hearing a song, that's when I talk to Alexa.
I have Alexa in my office. I have Alexa in Gavin's room. I have a Google in Rachel's office, and we have a Google in the bedroom.
Does Google have some sort of a little tower device like Alexa?
Well, Alexa has 2 sizes. Do you have the tall one or the short one?
Tall Alexa.
Okay. Yeah, we have a tall and we have a midget.
Yeah. Oh,
we
you
have
got a
midget.
couple.
We have midget Alexa.
And then can you play Google through those devices too? The same with Alexa?
No, you can't play Google through Alexa and Alexa through Google.
Okay.
That just won't work like that.
So do you buy a device too for Google? It's a
separate device.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Google Home.
All right.
Right.
So when people talk about Google Home,
But you know what's
now
funny?
I know.
You know what's funny is you put Google and Alexa next to each other, and you strike up a conversation between one, and
Yeah.
one talks to the other, and the other talks to the other, That's hilarious.
That's nifty.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And sometimes they get into an argument.
It could entertain you for hours.
Oh, it's entertaining. I've done that before. It's great.
Wow.
Beats watching reruns of the 1997 World Series on television.
Oh, yeah. Pretty soon we won't have to watch those reruns. I watched reruns too of NFL football too recently.
Yeah, definitely. Getting tired of all those reruns. It's time for birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day. Bonnie, what do we have?
Happy birthday to Chris. Chrissy, a friend of mine and ex-classmate. We graduated high school together, and she's no, don't think of calling her, Evan. She's up in the North Woods running with her dog. She runs with her dog in the morning.
Dang it.
But
does she have a cell phone?
I'm sure she does. She's a
But I
school,
bet
she's
you
a
don't have
school
the phone
teacher.
number, right?
She's a very smart lady. Don't
Dude,
have her phone number though.
We need to randomly pick a name out of your phone.
Yeah.
We're gonna play. I'm gonna think of a new game we can play on the air. It's gonna be called the Name Game, and we're gonna go to our contact list, and we're gonna start at the A's, and then we're just gonna scroll up one time, and then you're just gonna close your eyes. You're gonna point, and whatever you land on is the person that you have to call.
We're gonna call. I don't know if I want to play that game. What if somebody I don't want to call?
Oh well, too bad, so sad. That's why it's called the Name Game.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine?
I don't know if I want to play.
That could be dangerous.
It could be. I know.
That'd be fun though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know me, I like to call people at all strange times of the morning.
It's kind of like they have that game. I see friends doing that game on Facebook. My friend Audrey up north does it a lot. She'll say, okay, pick the 3rd or maybe the 13th picture in your phone.
Oh, I
and
see that all
post
over
it.
Facebook all the time. You don't want me doing that. I got some strange pictures in my phone.
Do you have maybe those pictures that you accidentally took with your phone hanging out of your pocket and it's a picture of the floor or something?
No, I don't have stuff like that. I've just got I've got different pictures, not naked or nothing like that. I don't get into taking pictures and stuff like that, but I've just got some different pictures in my phone that don't need to be posted.
Okay.
Yeah, I screenshot a lot of things that I find online, and then I send them to my friends.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, just to get a laugh out of them.
You better make sure you send them to the right friends and not to somebody like a different
speaking
friend
of which,
by
have you ever
mistake.
sent a text to the wrong person?
I think I have.
And didn't realize it?
Yeah, I think
and then
I
you
have.
felt like crawling in a corner under a cabinet.
Uh-huh.
I did that once to somebody. Oh, man, was I embarrassed? I did that once, and I swear I would never do that again. I'm really careful who I text.
And I would only guess that you have done that at least once because you're always, messing around on your technology.
Yeah,
and all.
but sometimes I don't pay attention, and I'll just like my kid texted me the other day, and it wasn't meant for me. And he goes, "Oops, Dad, sorry, wrong text." So, things like that happen.
And then you saw it, and then were you angry about it?
No, it wasn't nothing bad.
Okay.
No, it wasn't nothing bad. It was my 30-year-old.
He's old enough.
Yeah, he's old enough. I don't need to scold him. He's a grown man. Cameron Buckendova. Cameron Buckendova is 21. That's Selena Kyle on Gotham. Alexandra Dowling is 30. That's Queen Anne on the BBC's Musketeers. Novak Dijakovic is 33. That's the Serbian tennis stud. Novak Dijakovic. You ever seen him play, Bonnie? Guy's phenomenal.
Is he? Yeah.
Really good. Molly Ephraim, 34. That's Mandy Baxter for the first 6 seasons of Last Man Standing. Apollo Ono, 38. That's the speed skater who won gold medals in both the 2002 and 2006 Olympics.
And on Dancing with the Stars, too. I think he won that one year. He's had much success.
4th season of Dancing with the Stars.
All right.
Maggie Q, 41 years old today. That's the FBI agent Hannah Wells on Designated Survivor. Jennifer Goodwin is 42. That's Snow White on Once Upon a Time. Allison Eastwood, 48. That's Clint Eastwood's daughter. She had a few roles in Bronco Billy Any Which Way You Can, Tightrope, and Absolute Power.
Yeah, I remember her as a little girl in Tightrope, and she played Clint's very own daughter in that movie. And whoo, that was such a dark movie.
Yeah, could you imagine her standing up to her daddy and saying, "Go ahead, Daddy, make my day"?
She probably does it too,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he would say, "Go ahead, make my day."
I think she was in Playboy a
I don't
while
know.
back too.
I'll have to look that up.
In 2003 or something.
Naomi Campbell,
Like that.
50 years old today. That's the angry supermodel who did community service for hitting her housekeeper over the head with a jewel-encrusted cell phone.
Oh yeah, Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
Seems like she had just a wicked sense about her with that.
Yep. Johnny Gill, 54 years old today. That's the new addition and solo singer. Biggest solo hit for him in the 1990s was Rub You the Right Way. Johnny Gill also used to kiss Janet Jackson, believe it or not.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Is he a country music singer?
No.
Johnny
Gill.
Johnny Gill. That sounds like a country music star.
No. Let me read that again. Johnny Gill, 54, new addition and solo singer.
Oh, from New Edition.
New Edition,
He was
yes.
like one of those boy bands. New Edition.
New Edition was not a boy band.
They were out, I think, in
They were an
the
R&B group.
early 80s. I'm
Yes,
pretty sure.
they were an R&B group. They had Please Don't Go Girl and quite a few other hits. Morrissey, 61 years old today. Brooding was the leader of the Smiths. Bernie Taupin. You know who Bernie Taupin is? Does that name ring a bell?
Songwriter for Elton John.
Yes, definitely. Ted Kaczynski, 78 years old today. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
Unabomber.
Unabomber. Right. Between 78 and 95, he mailed out 16 bombs, killing 3 people and injuring 23 as well.
Yeah, he was actually turned in by his own brother and sister-in-law, who started reading the articles that were sent to the newspaper, and
Yep.
they were reading them and thought, holy gosh,
Yeah.
this sounds like the words coming out of my brother.
Yep. Harvey Milk, celebrating a birthday in the heavens. He is the first openly gay man to be elected to public office. In 1978, he won a seat on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle celebrating a birthday up in the heavens. And Bonnie, you know what today is?
Today is what kind of, is it like a special food day, like a National Pancake Day, maybe?
Nope. Guess again. I'll give you 3 tries.
National Pizza Day.
Nope. Strike 2.
National Beer Lovers Day.
Nope. It's Buy a Musical Instrument Day.
You can tell where my mind is.
Buy a musical instrument
Buy a
day.
musical instrument.
Yeah. So today I might go to Guitar Center and go buy a guitar.
You might?
I might.
Do you strum a little bit?
I play.
Yeah.
I do know how to play. And my wife can vouch for that. I play the guitar.
Mhm.
I play the keyboards. And I also play the drums.
Oh, wow.
In fact, quite a few years ago, I went to my son's godfathers. They were having a celebration of life for the drummer of their original band, Manhattan Skyline, who had passed away.
Oh.
And I used to sit in with the band back in the day in the clubs where I used to DJ at. And for old time's sake, I sat in on Carrie Border's drums and played a couple of tunes with them. And my son Gavin actually videotaped it. And the kids were astounded that I could play the drums.
Were they?
They never knew it.
Were they now?
Like, Dad's got this hidden talent. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah,
have to-
speaking of
you should
Darren,
bring
Darren is watching us right now
bring-
along with Lou and Michael.
Bring a little drum set in here and start
It'd be more.
pounding.
It would be a little more than just a little drum set. Yeah, it would be a big drum set.
I like that little drum solo that Phil Collins does at the beginning of In the Air Tonight.
Hey, you're beatboxing on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, you're beatboxing.
I guess so.
All right, very good. I know it's not going to be beatboxing. The news, because we never beatbox the news because it's serious stuff. Time to go to the news desk right now. Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is preparing for an unprecedented Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summer comes with added safety challenges as people want to get out of the house and celebrate in the mix of COVID-19 related rules and restrictions. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up staffing and spreading out resources to make sure celebrations do not get out of hand in areas like beaches, sandbars, and restaurants. Sheriff William Snyder says Memorial Day is a busy weekend for law enforcement any year, but the COVID-19 pandemic will make for more challenges. His deputies will be keeping a close eye on beaches and sandbars. Sandbars are closed to the south, so he anticipates busy waterways in Martin County. 6 boats from Martin County, Stewart Police, and Jupiter will be in the water. 25 extra deputies will be on beaches, and he's urging people to follow the rules on their own so law enforcement does not have to step in. As unemployment continues to rise, many may run into tax trouble. Some don't realize unemployment income is taxable. WPTV's news partner, Alicia Neves, has the details.
Despite nearly every state starting to reopen, millions of Americans are still losing their jobs. The Department of Labor's latest report shows another 2.4 million new jobless claims were filed last week, while there were still more than 22 million continued claims, essentially 22 million people already receiving unemployment benefits.
This is something that certainly tax practitioners are looking at.
Bob Probasco with the tax clinic at Texas A&M University is one of the many tax experts paying attention to the unemployment numbers, because the higher they get, the more people who may have tax troubles next year.
It's going to affect a lot of people who don't realize that unemployment income is taxable.
You don't have to pay Social Security or Medicare taxes on unemployment benefits, but you do have to pay federal and sometimes state taxes.
A lot of people, if they're just withholding 10%, that will get them pretty much where they need to be.
But if you don't opt to withhold taxes from your unemployment benefits now, you are in jeopardy of having a hefty tax bill next year and dealing with 3 potentially costly tax penalties. A penalty for not paying in advance, a penalty if you can't pay the tax bill come April 2021, and a penalty if you attempt to avoid the problem by not filing.
Biggest problem is if you get to the end of the year, you can't afford to pay it, and you talk yourself into not filing the return. It doesn't matter if you can't pay it, at least file the return. That's the big one. That's what really hits people.
To avoid all of that mess next tax season, there are a few things you can do right now.
There is an opportunity to go ahead and have withholding taken out of the unemployment. There's a special form, a form W4V. They can get that on the IRS website, irs.gov.
This W4V form is one that you have to fill out and send to your state's respective unemployment office. Another option in some states may be that when you recertify for benefits each week, well, you may be able to opt into withholding taxes then. Now, if you are someone who just cannot afford to have taxes withheld from your unemployment benefits right now, well, Probasco and other tax experts understand. He says, do what you have to do right now. Times are tough. It's just important to understand what your tax situation may be come next April. I'm Alicia Nieves reporting.
And lastly, an Amber Alert has been issued for a 9-year-old boy who officials say has been abducted in Miami-Dade County. Alejandro Ripley was last seen near the intersection of Southwest 158th Avenue and Kendall Drive wearing a blue Captain America shirt, black shorts, and black Crocs shoes. He is described as 4 feet 11, weighing 120 pounds. He has black hair, brown eyes, and a scar on his left leg. According to officials, Alejandro was abducted by 2 unknown black males driving an unknown light blue 4-door sedan. One of the abductors may be wearing all black clothing and black bandana as a face mask. Officials said he may also have cornrows in his hair. Anyone who locates the suspects is asked to not approach and contact FDLE at 1-888-356-4774. The NBA is moving closer toward a return. According to reports by both ESPN and The Athletic, the league is heavily considering using Walt Disney World in Orlando as something of a soft bubble where it can resume play without fans at a single site, and players are expected to be called back into their markets starting June 1st. Our news time 7:26 weather and traffic together are next.
$7:27 the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, no accidents to report on this Friday morning, so if you have to head out anywhere, the roads are looking good and clear right now. There's your latest look at traffic. A partly cloudy sky in Stewart, and we have 76. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall could be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast, with more coastal sunshine breaking through. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Tonight on Dog Thoughts, Norman the Golden Doodle writes a Craigslist ad.
Looking to rehome my humans. This quarantine thing was nice at first, but now it's totally out of hand. These people are interrupting my nap time. Don't they know I don't want them here? And no, I don't want to go for another walk. They are very needy. Must go to a good home. Asking 500 snacks or best offer. Need them gone immediately. This is an emergency. So I can nap peacefully.
Don't miss the next Dog Thoughts with Norman the Golden Doodle tonight.
Oh, there you go. Dog Thoughts. That'd be a pretty interesting show, wouldn't it?
It would be. Wouldn't you just love to know what your dog or your kitty cat is dreaming about when they're dreaming, when they're sleeping, what they dream of?
I don't know. I get up every morning. My dog greets me when I get up. Walks me to the door when I leave. And then that's really about it. My dog's got her daily routine she does, just like I do.
A sad look on her face as you're leaving, right?
No, not at all.
No?
Because she knows Daddy's coming home. The other day I was sitting in my big cushy rocking chair and she just decided to come up from the side and put her head right here in my neck, in the crick of my neck, and just nuzzle right up and just lay there.
Aren't they just your
Just
babies?
like that. She's my baby.
Yeah.
She is.
I know.
Crazy as she is, I don't know what I'd do without her.
They're such a joy to have around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Everybody says to me, my dog's a little strange. She chases her tail, and then she'll catch her tail and she'll walk herself all the way across the house and lay down in her bed. And people have said to me, did you train your dog to do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I have never trained my dog to do that. It's just something that it happened naturally.
Just nature.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask
People so stupid.
Are you effing stupid?
I have to start with this story. This is great. Tampa, Florida. Home Depot sets the stage. Bizarre footage of 4 older men fighting outside Home Depot.
What were they fighting about? Like, I bet it's one wasn't wearing a face mask and one thought that they should or something like that.
No,
Wrong incident.
no. It's I don't know what the argument was about, but all of a sudden, one guy who bought 10 gallons of paint starts slinging paint at the other 3 guys, throwing paint cans. So it's a paint fest. Yes, a paint fest, Bonnie.
Almost sounds like maybe some sort of argument probably started in line while they were waiting to purchase that paint or
I don't know,
some
but
sort of thing.
I watched the video yesterday, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Police came. They didn't arrest anybody. You know why? They figured that cleaning the paint off themselves would be enough punishment.
Yeah, that would take a while.
A paint fight.
They should go swimming today.
A paint fight in Home Depot.
Wow.
Yeah. A paint fight.
I've never seen any fights break out in Home Depot. In fact, usually Home Depot is my happy place.
I like Home Depot. I've never seen anybody fight in Home Depot. Outside of Home Depot, they're slinging paint.
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely one for the books.
No, thanks. I'll be hanging out in the plant and garden area.
A dog owner recently taught her pooch how to perform CPR in just 45 minutes after she saw the trick online. How's that one for you?
A dog can perform CPR.
A dog can perform CPR. Senior shelter officer Tanya Butler, 35, said it took her boxer, Pixie. Boxer's name is Pixie. Less than an hour to learn the life-saving move. Now when Tanya lies down motionless on the floor and is unresponsive, Pixie will leap into action and pound on Tanya's chest in exactly the right place. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
She's got the good animal. She manages the animal. But the only thing is, Tanya said that she taught her trick just for the fun during the lockdown, but now the dog takes it serious. So every time Tanya goes to lay down on the floor and watch TV, the dog tries to give CPR.
See, you can
That's a
teach an
problem.
old dog new tricks.
Yeah. Gives
Yeah.
a whole new meaning to things.
Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, now we're talking about cats. A California man is seeking to raise money for an animal shelter by holding a wedding ceremony to marry his own cat. Yes. Yes. To marry
Isn't
his
that
own cat.
Special.
Scott Perry said he adopted his own cat, Olivia, from the LA Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, and she has since become his constant companion. Okay. Now you're a cat owner.
Yeah.
Okay. You're very passionate about your kitty cat.
I'm passionate about them,
Okay.
but I would, instead of a wedding and me marrying Jack Frosty, I would just set up something more like adoption. Like,
So does that mean your last name would? Perry said the past 2 months of COVID-19 quarantine inspired him to plan a wedding to his pet, complete with a Zola page and a registry that's actually a fundraiser for the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Well, I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Perry said the wedding will be live streamed this Saturday, tomorrow, on his Instagram page, and he's hoping to raise $5,000 for the shelter.
On his Instagram page?
Yes, on his Instagram page.
I want to get to that. I want to see this wedding now. So that's going to be tomorrow being Saturday.
Yeah.
Like right about what time?
Doesn't say, but his Instagram name, it's Instagram.com/Scott Perry.
Okay.
Okay, did you write that down?
Yeah.
Instagram.com/Scott Perry.
I think I'm going to attend this wedding.
Okay.
And
make sure and get dressed up.
I will get dressed
up. Wear your
up,
Sunday best.
And I'll have Jack Frosty.
Have Jack Frosty wear something really handsome.
And Hans will wear some really cool shades
definitely.
during the event.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
And take pictures of that too. I want to see.
And then afterward, we're going to dine with like some Meow Mix or some Friskies.
Meow. Yes, definitely.
We'll do some fine dining.
That'll be the fine dining food of the wedding reception.
Okay.
So report back to me on Tuesday because we won't be here Monday. Monday's a holiday for us.
I know.
So I want to know what happens Tuesday.
My cats will be excited, thoroughly excited.
Calling it reckless, the Milwaukee Police Department is asking for the public's help to track down a man who was caught on video doing push-ups on top of a moving vehicle, Bonnie.
Oh, wow.
Yes, on top of a moving vehicle. In the video, you can see the man climb out of the sunroof and onto the roof of the vehicle as it's moving down the road. The shirtless man then does a couple of push-ups before the video ends.
Oh,
police are still trying to track this guy down.
He must feel so invigorated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, push-ups.
He's talk about keeping himself in motion, right?
Push-ups. Let's go to, where am I going to? It doesn't say here. Daniel Vary wanted to get his girlfriend a personalized gin glass for her birthday with a message that said, quote, "Happy 30th birthday, princess. I love you millions."
That's nice.
But in a moment of confusion, he mixed up the delivery and personalization boxes on the form.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the glass arrived, it actually said, "Can we get it delivered before Monday if possible, as that's her 30th birthday?"
Oh.
That's what the glass said. As it came gift wrapped, he didn't even realize until his girlfriend, Haley Woodward, 30 years old, opened the gin glass on her birthday on May the 18th.
Yeah, he should have actually checked that first.
Wasn't paying attention.
Mhm.
Yep. In a video uploaded on Facebook a couple of days ago, the staff at a 7-Eleven can be seen holding a forehead thermometer and a spray bottle filled with hand sanitizer at the front doors people walked in. Okay, they're taking precautions.
Yeah.
Okay, doing the right thing. Okay, that's just a recipe for disaster, Bonnie, because here's where it all goes downhill. A customer who approaches the 7-Eleven staff member at the door, who checks her temperature using the head thermometer, then proceeds to spray hand sanitizer all on her face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good gosh, that could have gone in her eyes.
Obvious the error was on the part of the person at the front door, because moments later, she quickly consoles the customer who is visibly in pain at the front door. Customers brought to the back of the store, possibly to remedy the error.
They better get another worker employee there to take care of that sort of thing.
Note to self, never spray hand sanitizer on someone's face.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, they could seriously cause some eye damage.
Let's go to Pennsylvania, where a Facebook post by a Pennsylvania school board member is getting a bit of attention. Dr. Jennifer Rager Kay posted that anyone coming within 6 feet of her or her family without a mask will be shot. Straight up. Be shot.
Who was this lady? What does she do for a living?
She's a school board member.
What?
Yeah, school board member in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's nuts.
Okay. She was reacting to a picture of anti-lockdown protesters last week in Harrisburg, many of whom are not wearing masks, but openly carrying guns. She wrote on a private Facebook page, "As a concealed carry permitted gun owner, if you refuse to wear a mask and try to come within 6 feet of me or my family, I will exercise the same constitutional rights to simply shoot you." Now, of course, we all know there is no such thing as private any longer. So the post quickly was shared and went public. Dr. Rager K issued an apology stating, "I would like to publicly apologize to anyone offended by my recent post regarding the hypocrisy of those who refuse to wear face masks yet walk around openly carrying guns."
Yeah, but it's pretty strong when you say that you could shoot someone for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And being a public figure like herself.
Yep.
Ooh,
that would be like me, because I work for the New York Mets. That would be like me saying something stupid coming back on me.
Yeah.
I'd lose my job with the Mets on a heartbeat.
I wonder if she will lose her job over that. Wow.
A couple of weeks ago on May 4th, Costco started requiring all their customers and employees to wear masks at all times in their stores. So a guy walks into Costco in Colorado, and of course, he's refusing to mask up, and then threatens the employee to put you on my 3,000 follower Instagram feed. Okay, mostly all locals. Okay. All right, he threatened a guy because he was going to take a picture of him and put him on his Instagram feed. So the poor employee in charge of enforcing the mask policy takes out his cell phone and begins making his own video. It starts with him saying, "Hi, everyone. I work for Costco, and I'm asking this member to put on a mask because this is our company policy." The customer immediately interrupts him to say, "I'm not doing it because I woke up in a free country." So the employee calmly takes the man's shopping cart away and says, "Sir, have a great day. You are no longer welcome in our warehouse." Okay, did the right thing. "You need to leave. Thank you very much." Customer then hurls insults and storms off. It turns out his measly 3,000 Instagram followers was no match to the over 9 million followers who viewed the video on Twitter after the employee posted it.
Wow.
Furthermore, the Costco management praised the employee and they gave him a raise.
Yeah, if you walk into a business and they have that rule, then you really have to follow the rules. Have you witnessed any businesses here, Evan, like any stores that you've gone into here where it's mandatory wear the mask?
Yeah,
as
all
a
the
customer?
time.
Yeah.
Yep. I went yesterday to a pool company, Morningside Pools, where I get all my supplies for my pool. I had to have the vacuum repaired in my vehicle. Not in my vehicle. I had to have the vacuum repaired that is in the bottom of my pool.
Yeah.
So they have a sign on their door that very straightforward says masks required to come in. So I carry my mask in my glove box. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I went there. I did not have my mask, and they had a sign out front. So I happen to know the owner. I'm friends with the owner, but I don't expect any special treatment.
That's good.
So I called into the store and I said, "Hey guys, it's Evan, and may I speak to such and such person?" And I said to her, she's the owner of the store, her and her husband, her family. I said, "Hey, I don't have my mask, but I can flip my t-shirt collar over my face and nose to come into your store if you're comfortable with that."
Did they allow it?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And they appreciated the fact that I called, and instead of just walking in without saying anything, that was just a sign of respect of their privacy.
Okay.
So they appreciated that quite much.
Yeah. I noticed my hairdresser requires you to wear masks there at the chain I go for my hairdressing.
Okay. Now that is optional, by the way. It's not mandatory that customers wear masks.
Okay.
Only the stylist have to wear a mask.
Actually, with this one, we had to wear a mask upon going in.
Okay.
As customers.
Okay,
this time.
that's the
Yeah.
chain's rules.
Yeah.
But it's not as per Governor DeSantis for the opening up with CDC guidelines.
Right.
Only the stylists have to wear them, but it's up to
to that particular business.
Right. Just like when I went and got my
wanna-
haircut, Javiera, my stylist, I asked her, do you want me to wear a mask or not? She says it's optional. It's totally up to you, your comfort level. I will be in a mask as per the rules of CDC and the guidelines of the governor.
Yeah, and I didn't actually read this. I have this one hearsay. I know a client of mine yesterday too said they went to the Home Goods in Stewart, where customers going in there were required to wear a mask.
Yeah, and every place is different. Everybody has their own set of rules.
Yeah, and I respect
which is
that.
fine.
I respect that.
Some places of business, they do are required to wear a mask, and again, there are no laws that state as a customer you have to wear a mask, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's no laws in effect.
Yeah.
But the laws are for the certain businesses that you must be wearing that mask, and that's just for protection purposes. 7:47 is the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is preparing for an unprecedented Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summer comes with added safety challenges as people want to get out of the house and celebrate in the mix of COVID-19 related rules and restrictions. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up staffing and spreading out resources to make sure celebrations do not get out of hand in areas like beaches, sandbars, and restaurants. Sheriff William Snyder says Memorial Day is a busy weekend for law enforcement any year, but the COVID-19 pandemic will make for more challenges. And sandbars are closed to the south, so he anticipates busy waterways in Martin County. 6 boats from Martin County, Stewart Police, and Jupiter will be on the water. 25 extra deputies will be on the beaches. Florida has more than 390,000 unemployment claims that can't be processed. Some of them are duplicates, while others have errors or lack crucial info like identity verification. ID verification makes a hefty portion of the backlog, state officials claim. Currently, if authentication of identity is needed, applicants must get in contact with one of the state's 6,000 call operators. That hasn't been easy for some to do. WPTV's Forrest Saunders has the story.
All of our phone lines are busy, and we are unable to offer a callback option at this time.
That's the message Sarah Krause gets when she calls the Department of Economic Opportunity. Choked phone lines, keeping her from verifying her ID and getting her claim processed. You can't even leave a message with your information.
No, and you can't enter it in online, which I find strange.
She's been trying all week without luck, the effort leaving her frustrated, believing an ID check shouldn't be that hard.
Call this number and have somebody actually pick up the phone and say, hi, what's the issue? Yeah. That's it. It's like a 2-minute process.
I asked DEO's unemployment chief about the slowed ID checks this week. He apologized for the delay, acknowledging applicants' desire for something faster. John Satter saying that change is coming.
We're standing up, and it'll be in the next couple of days, a identity verification tool where people, it's 2020, people should be able to go online and verify their identity.
Satter was light on details, but says the tool is in testing stages and was created in partnership with the Department of Highway Safety. He expected it would be ready by next week.
And that hopefully will clear a relatively large backlog.
Until it's running.
We apologize for any inconvenience.
Sarah will just have to keep trying the old method, calling each day, waiting for help and benefits.
As my colleague said, we put a man on the moon and brought him back, but we can't staff a phone line.
At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, WPTV News Channel 5.
There's been a lot of talk about government relief for small businesses, but not everyone is waiting. COVID-19 has created new entrepreneurial opportunities in a number of industries, from sanitation and personal care to delivery. WPTV's Arthur Mondale has more on a booming business during the pandemic.
This is small business innovation at its finest.
At John Smith Subs in West Palm Beach, the sandwiches aren't the only things that are hot.
Or not, I still think it's good to have a partition when you're eating anyways.
The plexiglass barriers are the work of Clear Safety Solutions, responsible for installing sneeze and cough guard barriers in restaurants, hotels, and other public spaces.
I got orders from Miami to Orlando.
And would you believe it? O'Brien's company is brand new.
You have to find the customer.
For more than a decade, O'Brien owned an antique store and a vacation rental business. 2 industries hit hard by the pandemic.
I had to do something.
That something was using his carpentry skill to solve a problem in the marketplace. Experts say new business ventures in sanitation, delivery, and personal care are out there.
Out of every crisis, there are opportunities, and this will be no different.
What can we do to make it where people can come back into the antique store?
That's what it's all about, finding different ways to manage the bad situation, make it better.
When you have a barrier built like this, you feel a lot safer. So that's what we provide. It's not just for this one pandemic. It's moving forward. It's for the common cold. It's for the common flu. Everybody wants a barrier between them. So it's kind of one of those things where just move forward and adapt.
Clear Safety Solutions says as the need increases, they'll be hiring more people with skills in carpentry and installation. 2 new hires were made recently. Arthur Mondale, WPTV, New South Wales.
ESPN is producing a 9-part documentary series on another athlete considered to be the greatest of all time in his sport, quarterback Tom Brady. Titled The Man in the Arena, Tom Brady, the next series will explore each of Brady's 9 Super Bowl journeys with the New England Patriots. News time is 7:52. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:54 the time to get up and go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
No accidents to report for this Friday morning, and we're just keep in mind seeing a little bit of smoke in the Hope Sound area of the turnpike with a prescribed burn going on there. Use caution. There's your latest look at traffic. We have 76 in Stewart this morning. Here's our weekend update at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall could be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast, with more coastal sunshine breaking through. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your host, Evan and Bonnie.
8:07 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a TGIF Friday edition, hour number 3 for you and me, as we like to say. And, Bonnie, I know they've been having a lot of issues with the unemployment line. I thought we'd call the number ourselves and check in, so let's do that.
Thank you for calling the Unemployment Claim Helpline. There are other claimants also waiting for assistance. There are about 23,000 people on hold in front of you. Current wait time is... Well, why don't you go ahead and binge watch an entire season on Netflix and check back? I suggest you check out Tiger King. You'll thank me later. Glad we could help, and thanks for calling the Unemployment Helpline.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Seems to be the problem everybody's happening,
At
right?
least watch 1 hour of that Tiger King. That's how long the average wait time I hear has been.
Yeah, it's been about 60 minutes. I've called and I've stayed on hold for about 60 minutes. Speaking of on hold, we've got somebody on hold right now. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Hey, you two whippersnappers, what's up?
Oh, it's the old man down the road. Okay. All right. Do you have us on speakerphone, old man, or are you holding the phone up to your ear?
No, I have my new Apple iPhone and iPods there, earbuds.
Oh, you're on your you got those newfangled AirPods, huh?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, you sound pretty good. You sound
Yeah,
pretty good. How's Edna this morning?
Well, Edna's, she's outside the camper, trying to chase off the bears from eating our victuals.
Okay, all right. Now, where do we find you at? You're still up in the Smoky Mountains, right?
Yeah, we're going to be up here for a week.
Okay, and then where are you headed to from there?
Oh, you never know. We
Okay.
just go as we will.
Edna's probably out there chopping some wood. I guess it was only 40 the other day, huh?
Yeah, well, today it's supposed to be 69, 70 degrees.
Oh, that's
The
so ideal.
The sunrise is beautiful over the mountains here.
Okay, all right. Old man, I thought I'd check in with you. The reason being is I wanted to see if you'd like to play a couple of rounds of, first off, headline Truth or Trash with Bonnie to see how well that you fare in that game. Would you mind doing that with us?
Not a problem.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to start with you, old man. You're going to tell me if the headline is truth or trash. If you get it right, you'll retain control and you'll get a point. If not, Bonnie will get she won't get the point, but she'll get control of the question. All right. So, old man, here's question number 1. Actually, headline number 1. Pizza voted the number 1 food in America. Is that truth or trash?
I'd say that would be truth.
Well, I hate to tell you, trash. There was a vote, but there was a pepperoni, grease, and cheese all over the ballots, so it's kind of really hard to tell.
You can't see the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, couldn't see the answer.
I'm going to guess chicken wings.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
All
just a
right.
guess.
All right. So, Bonnie, you get control here. You could possibly get a point here. All right. There's no points on the board right now. Here's the headline: newest ice cream flavor, tear gas. Is that truth or trash?
Trash.
Bonnie, we discussed this on the news the other day on Stupid News.
Oh, we did. I thought that sounded
It's truth.
familiar.
It's
Yeah.
truth. It's a Hong Kong ice cream shop. Black peppercorns where it burns your throat.
Oh, that's right. I
All right.
forgot all about that.
Yeah. All right. So, old man, we're back to you. You've got control now. So I'm going to read another headline. You're going to tell me truth or trash. All right. The new rapid COVID test does not work. The new rapid COVID test does not work. Is that truth or trash?
That's trash, I think.
Incorrect. It's the truth. The FDA has issued an alert after researchers at New York University said the test missed a third at almost half of positive cases. All right, Bonnie, we're back to you. Nobody's got any points on the board. This isn't good. All right, Bonnie, here we go. Wine helps you lose weight. Truth or trash?
Trash.
Trash? Correct. Correct. Very good. Okay, Bonnie, you've got a point and you retain control. Next headline. Twitter says employees can work from home forever. Truth or trash?
Truth.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Next headline. Bonnie's got 2 points. New breakfast cereal made from rubber. Truth or trash?
Trash.
Correct. Sorry, I didn't mean to buzz you.
I would hope my breakfast cereal is not made of rubber.
I got buzzer happy there.
I know.
Sorry about that. Bonnie's got 3 points.
3 points, old
All right,
man.
very
What
good.
you gonna do?
All right. Oh, look, she's talking smack, old man.
That's mean.
All
I'm
right.
being mean.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
watch it, young lady. I'll come down and find you.
All right. All right. Here we go. Number 4, Bonnie. You still have control here. Police stop teen driver for doing 91 miles per hour. Truth or trash?
Must be true.
Correct.
Sounds like something that could be true.
All right. That's 4 points
Wow.
to 0. Last question. Facebook to being new 6-inch spacing with posts.
Trash.
Correct. Bonnie, clean sweep.
So
6 points.
If you post something on Facebook, it would have to be 6 inches away from mine, so we
Yes.
don't get the
Yes.
COVID-19
Yeah,
or
exactly.
anything.
Exactly.
That's the first time I've heard of that one.
Exactly. All right. Old man, you didn't do too good in that.
Well, what can you say? I'm just waking up in the morning.
That's all right. All right. So now we're going to transition from truth or trash. We're going to play our version of 5-second rule. This is one of my favorite games.
This is fun.
Ellen DeGeneres plays this all the time on her show, and I went out and I bought the game. So, Bonnie, we're going to have you go first. I'm just going to go reach from the front. Okay. I'm going to figure out which one I'm going to do. And all right. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds. And let me get my hand on the clock here.
This is a
All
hard
right?
one, actually. It kind of hits you in the face. And
Yeah, all
right
right.
away, you got to think of 3.
All right. Name 3 ways to procrastinate at work. Name 3 ways to procrastinate at work. Ready? Go.
Be on email, be on your cell phone talking, texting someone.
Very good.
Is that a way you
Exactly.
procrastinate?
You did
I
it.
guess.
Very simple. You got a point.
Okay.
Okay. Old man, you ready? Here's yours.
Okay.
Name 3 Sesame Street characters. Ready? Go.
Oscar, Cookie Monster, and what's the
I know you were almost
You
going
got
to say
Buzz.
it. We should give the old man credit for that one. To even, to think of the Cookie Monster before Bert Ernie even. And I know you were going to say Bert or Ernie next.
Okay.
I think we should give the old man credit
All right.
for
We'll
that.
give him a point.
All
We'll give him a
right.
point. I'll be a little lenient. Okay. Here we go, Bonnie. Here's yours. Ready? Name 3 things you keep on the kitchen counter. Ready? Go.
A crock pot, knife set, and a coffee mug.
Very good.
Of course, the coffee mug should be brought off your kitchen counter to be washed. I don't know if that was any good.
Okay.
But-
Very good.
But maybe I think too much into it.
All right, old
I
man.
don't
Here we
know.
go. Here's your question. Name 3 things you can cover with chocolate. Ready? Go.
strawberries, pretzels, bananas.
Good job.
Very good.
Yay.
Excellent. Okay. The wife is playing along on text messaging. In fact, Rachel, call in because you can participate in the game as well. 7788. Okay, call in, Rachel, and we'll put you on as well before you go into work. All right, Bonnie, here we go.
Disco, rock and roll.
Very good. See, I knew you would do good on that. All right,
if I
old
didn't
man,
get
hold
that.
on 1 second here. Let me conference in.
Here comes Rachel.
All right, and now here comes Rachel. And now Rachel is online with us with the old man. Rachel, good morning. How are you, dear?
Good morning.
All right, so now we have 4 people playing the game. It's the wife, the old man down the road, Bonnie. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so Rachel, here's your question, okay?
That's your better half.
That's my better half. That's right. All right, Rachel, here we go. You're going to have 5 seconds to play 5-second rule. Name 3. This is for Rachel. Name 3 characters from MASH. Ready? Go.
From MASH?
You didn't even get one.
I think MASH
See,
was,
it goes that quick.
It was a little bit before Rachel's time, though.
No, it wasn't.
I think so.
She
Yes, it
watches.
was.
She watches MASH though.
I think Rachel's too young for that one.
Okay.
Maybe.
All righty. All right, Bonnie. Here's your question.
Okay.
Ready? Name 3 professional baseball teams. Ready? Go.
The Brewers, the Astros, and the A's.
Very good. Okay. Very good. All right, old man. Here comes your question. Ready?
Okay.
Name 3 methods of shipping. 3 methods of shipping. Ready? Go.
Mail, UPS, and FedEx.
Correct.
Nice
Very
job.
good. All right.
Nicely done.
All right, Rachel, are you ready? Here's yours. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Name 3 types of exercise equipment. Ready? Go.
Dumbbells, pull bar, bench press.
Oh, very good.
She
I'm
aced
proud
it.
of my wife. All
Nice
right.
job.
Very good. Nice job. All right. Bonnie, ready? Here we go. Here's yours. Oh, this should have been Rachel's question, but that's all
Oh.
right. All right. Bonnie, name 3 of Winnie the Pooh's friends. Ready? Go.
Tigger, bear. I don't know. I don't know my Winnie the Pooh.
Rachel, you're the expert on Winnie the Pooh.
Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore.
There you go.
Oh,
See?
Eeyore.
See that?
Eeyore, I should have
Yes,
known.
ER.
Yep.
I could have told you that one.
All right. All right. All right, old man, here's your question. Ready? Name 3
Okay.
things people should do more often. Ready? Go. You didn't even name one.
Oh my goodness.
You couldn't even get one out.
We
All
tell
right.
you it every day. The first one should have been be kind to one another.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Rachel, here we go. Name 3 brands of pet food. Ready? Go.
Eukanuba. Kibbles and bits.
Unfortunately, you got 2 out of 3.
I
That
gotta
just didn't fly.
Say, great job to think of Eukanuba.
Yeah, Eukanuba,
But
because that's what we feed Kaya.
it is one, but it would be one of the last ones that I would think of.
Yeah,
that was
right?
awesome.
All righty. Let's see. Bonnie, it's your turn, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay, here we go. Name 3 types of cookies. Ready? Go.
Ginger, butter, pecan. Ginger, butter, pecan. Right?
Ginger.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a ginger cookie
Yeah.
before.
They're ginger snaps, you know?
Oh.
ginger snaps.
Okay.
That's a cookie, right?
All right. All right. All right. Old man, here, we only have a minute left. So we're just going to do one more round for everybody. All right, old man, here we go. Name 3 summer outdoor activities. Ready? Go.
Swimming, volleyball, football.
Very good. All right. Very
yeah.
good, old man. All right, Rachel, here's one for you. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Oh, this is good. This is a good one. Boy, I can't wait to read this one.
Oh my goodness.
It's one of Rachel's favorite things to do. Name
coffee.
No. Name 3 brands of pens. Ready?
Oh
Go.
my goodness.
Papermate, Bic, Pilot.
Very good.
Nice job.
Rachel is a pen hoard. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
And she'll proudly admit it. She's a pen hoard, right, honey?
She collects the pens.
Yeah, she does.
I
She's
love
got like,
pens.
oh my gosh, she's got like drawers and drawers full of pens. All right. All right. Here you go, Bonnie. This is your last one here.
Okay.
Name 3 things people should do less often. Ready? Go.
Drink, smoke, and be lazy.
Very good. And that's how you play 5-second rule. Old man, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. And honey, have a great day at work. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Love you.
And that's how you play 5-second rule.
That sounds cool game.
That was a lot of fun.
I like it.
I enjoyed that. It's more fun when you get more people playing.
I could see taking that out to the beach and playing
Right?
it with the kids. That 5-second rule.
Lot of
You know,
fun.
when you're laying around, you're out of the water.
You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon.com. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is preparing for an unprecedented Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summer comes with added safety challenges as people want to get out of the home and celebrate in the mix of COVID-19 related rules and restrictions. The Martin County Sheriff's Office is stepping up staffing and spreading out resources to laughter celebrations do not get out of hand in areas like beaches, sandbars, and restaurants. Sheriff William Snyder says Memorial Day is a busy weekend for law enforcement in a year, but the COVID-19 pandemic will make for more challenges. His deputies will be keeping a close eye on beaches and sandbars. Sandbars are closed to the south, so he anticipates busy waterways in Martin County. 6 boats from Martin County, Stewart Police, and Jupiter will be on the water. 25 extra deputies will be on the beaches. As unemployment continues to rise, many may run into tax trouble. Some don't realize unemployment income is taxable. WPTV's news partner Alicia Neves has the details.
Despite nearly every state starting to reopen, millions of Americans are still losing their jobs. The Department of Labor's latest report shows another 2.4 million new jobless claims were filed last week, while there were still more than 22 million continued claims, essentially 22 million people already receiving unemployment benefits.
This is something that certainly tax practitioners are looking at.
Bob Probasco with the tax clinic at Texas A&M University is one of the many tax experts paying attention to the unemployment numbers, because the higher they get, the more people who may have tax troubles next year.
It's going to affect a lot of people who don't realize that unemployment income is taxable.
You don't have to pay Social Security or Medicare taxes on unemployment benefits, but you do have to pay federal and some.
A lot of people, if they're just withholding 10%, that will get them pretty much where they need to be.
But if you don't opt to withhold taxes from your unemployment benefits now, you are in jeopardy of having a hefty tax bill next year and dealing with 3 potentially costly tax penalties. A penalty for not paying in advance, a penalty if you can't pay the tax bill come April 2021, and a penalty if you attempt to avoid the problem by not filing.
Biggest problem is if you get to the end of the year, you can't afford to pay it, and you talk yourself into not filing the return. It doesn't matter if you can't pay it, at least file the return. That's the big one. That's what really hits people.
To avoid all of that mess next tax season, there are a few things you can do right now.
There is an opportunity to go ahead and have withholding taken out of the unemployment. There's a special form, a form W4V. They can get that on the IRS website, irs.gov.
This W4V form is one that you have to fill out and send to your state's respective unemployment office. Another option in some states may be that when you recertify for benefits each week, well, you may be able to opt into withholding taxes then. Now, if you are someone who just cannot afford to have taxes withheld from your unemployment benefits right now, well, Probasco and other tax experts understand. He says, do what you have to do right now. Times are tough. It's just important to understand what your tax situation may be come next April. I'm Alicia Nieves.
Officials say has been abducted in Miami-Dade County. Alejandro Ripley was last seen near the intersection of Southwest 158th and Kendall Drive wearing a blue Captain America shirt, black shorts, and black Crocs shoes. He's described as 4'11", weighing 120 pounds. He has black hair, brown eyes, and a scar on his left leg. According to officials, Alejandro was abducted by 2 unknown black males driving an unknown light blue 4-door sedan. One of the abductors may be wearing all black clothing and black bandana as a face mask. Officials said he may also have cornrows in his hair. Anyone who locates the suspects is asked to not approach and contact. ESPN's documentary series on Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls attracted 5.6 million viewers per episode on average over the past 5 weeks. The sports network with a giant void to fill now that it's over. What will it do for it? The answer is a 2-part film on Lance Armstrong, which might even be more captivating in at least one respect. While Jordan could be a jerk sometimes for the sake of winning in basketball, Armstrong could be a jerk on steroids, literally and figuratively. Armstrong also apparently isn't very fond of the film in which he stars. We went toe-to-toe on a couple issues in the film, and I haven't talked to him since about December. The film's director, Marina Zenovich, told USA Today, "I don't want to go into details, but I was very clear with him that I was going to make the film that needed to be made, and I did. I think he's processing that." News time is 8:26. Weather and traffic together are next.
$8:28 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather to get brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Accident to the south of us on the turnpike. This is down by Beach Gardens, where there is a vehicle crash and the right lane is blocked. So use caution, a little bit of a slowdown in that area. There's your latest look at traffic. Stuart, we have 77 this morning, and here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall can be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:31 the time right now. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's Chicken with Randy Siegel as we get closer and closer to sending those two astronauts up to the space station from Titusville, Florida. 11 years in the making, right, Randy?
Yep. It's not Titusville. It's Cape Kennedy.
Cape Kennedy, but it's in Titusville, around that area.
Well, yeah. Titusville's across the water.
That's all right.
But close enough for argument's
That's all
sake.
right. What's going on?
Well, in this date in history, back in 1969, the Apollo 10 mission was launched to the moon. It carried 3 astronauts, Tom Stafford, John Young, and Gene Cernan. And what made this mission really exciting was that they went down to within about 50,000 feet of the moon, but they didn't land. This was your complete dress rehearsal for the moon landing to take place on Apollo 11. So they were very successful. They got creative on this mission by naming the command module Charlie Brown, and the lunar module was known as Snoopy, after Charles Schultz characters. Highly successful mission, though. And what makes it even better is that some of them actually landed on the moon in future missions. In 2012, if you can believe this, SpaceX birthed their station. It was the 3rd flight of the company's Falcon 9 rocket and the first mission on the Commercial Orbital Transportation Services program, to where they would bring a lot of equipment, food, to the International Space Station. Very successful mission. And on Saturday, that's the anniversary in 1984 of NASA selecting the 10th astronaut group. And this group had some really unique individuals. Kenneth Cameron was launched, Frank Culbertson Jr., Sidney Gutierrez, L. Blaine Hammond, Mike McCauley, Jim Weatherby, James Anderson, Eileen Baker, Mark Brown, Sonny Carter, Marsha Ivan, Mark Lee, William Shepard, Catherine Thorne, and Charles Vetch. What's really interesting is that all of these people were able to fly into space. And each of them, in their own right, has done a phenomenal job for NASA. Well, today is the second part of the Flight Readiness Review. Yesterday, they started a Flight Readiness Review at the Kennedy Space Center, where they review everything for the upcoming launch. They want to be certain that everything is in the ready for the launch taking place on Wednesday at 4:33 in the afternoon. So they go over it in a Flight Readiness Review. This one has been running longer than most because it's the first American launch to the International Space Station from American soil in 11 years. The Space Shuttle was the last vehicle to fly from the Kennedy Space Center. Astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley today are working a virtual media question and answer session this afternoon at 2:15. So we're going to see if we can get a question in, if that's possible. Arrive on Monday packed with over 4 tons space experiments and new lithium-ion batteries to upgrade the station's power system. Commander Chris Cassidy will be in the cupola on Monday to command the Canadarm2 robot arm to capture Conatory at 8:15 a.m. Russian Kazim Wagner will back up Cassidy for this rendezvous. The duo has been training for a couple of weeks on a computer to get ready for Conatory's arrival. Cassidy has also been familiarizing himself with the Crew Dragon's automated rendezvous and docking procedure. He set up a command and control device that will relay communications and telemetry back and forth with the Crew Dragon as it nears the space station next week. The other Russian cosmonaut, Anatoly Ivanushin, has been keeping up with his laboratory maintenance tasks while his crewmates get ready for Kanatori. The 3-time station resident serviced computers and life support gear and updated station inventory systems. The spacecraft that will be going into orbit is a rather unique one for SpaceX. You're not going to see those big solar sails that you have seen before. What you're going to see is the solar panels all around the service module. This is a new configuration for SpaceX and one that will service it much better than having the wings put out. As you heard Bonnie tell you earlier, the Falcon 9 rocket went vertical on pad 39A yesterday in preparation for the launch to take place. We also know that astronauts Benken and Hurley are continuing the tradition of spending time with their families at NASA's beach house. With the background showing the vehicle assembly building, you can see the beach house on the ocean where astronauts have always taken their families prior to launches. It's one of those traditions that NASA is continuing to work with. Russia this morning launched a Soyuz 2-1B rocket carrying an anti-satellite missile. It's a warning satellite that will let Russia know when any launch vehicles are launched from Earth. It's not the first time they've done this. They've done this for many years. This happens to be the 4th iteration of the Tundra satellite. So it's now in orbit for Russia. NASA's first asteroid sample return mission is officially preparing for its long-awaited touchdown on asteroid Bennu. The Origins Spectral Interpretation, Resource Identification, and Secure Regolith Explorer, known as OSIRIS-REx for short, has targeted October 20th for its first sample collection attempt. Once they pick up these samples, the spacecraft will then head on an orbit to bring it back to Earth. I'll bet it's going to take a little while to come back once it has secured its payload. The spacecraft is scheduled to depart Bennu in mid-2021 and return samples to Australian desert on September 24th of 2023. This weekend is an important one for Virgin Galactic as they will attempt to launch a satellite from a rocket underneath a 747. Tomorrow we'll tell you about how successful that was and what else is going on above us and around us. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
Hey, by the way, Randy, just want to let you know, Monday, we are not going to be here. It's Memorial Day, so you'll be returning with your space report on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesdays.
You'll get the full gist of everything by then.
Yeah, definitely so, Randy. Thanks a lot. That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He appears on the program each and every day that we're on live here at around 8:30 in the morning. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli. Boy, do they have some great food, great people, great atmosphere, and Bonnie's standing by.
And a nice time to sit outside of Ellie's Deli and enjoy your lunch cuisine today. You might want to enjoy a classic sandwich like a classic Reuben, maybe a hickory smoked BLT. They even serve up a really incredible black bean burger. And this is served on a brioche bun with garlic mayo, spinach, leaf lettuce, tomatoes, red onion, sprouts, avocado, and pepper jack cheese placed on this burger. Enjoy some delicious desserts too, like peanut butter pie, or get a half pound of chocolate chip cookies to take home. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now has their patio back open Plus, they are 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,730 an ounce today. And then, of course, silver opening up at $17.22 an ounce. 8:43, it's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by.
And
Morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Florida's coronavirus death toll is up to 2,144, and another 48 deaths were reported yesterday. Florida has more than 390,000 unemployment claims that can't be processed. Some of them, while others have errors or lack crucial info like identity verification. ID verification makes up a hefty portion of the backlog, state claim. Currently, if authentication of identity is needed, must get in contact with one of the state's 6,000 call operators. That hasn't been easy for some to do. WPTV's Forrest Saunders has the story.
All of our phone lines are busy, and we are unable to offer a callback option at this time.
That's the message Sarah Krause gets when she calls the Department of Economic Opportunity. Choked phone lines, keeping her from verifying her ID and getting her claim processed. You can't even leave a message with your information.
No, and you can't enter.
Been trying all week without luck. The effort leaving her frustrated, believing an ID check shouldn't be that hard.
Call this number and have somebody actually pick up the phone and say, hi, what's the issue? Yeah, that's it. It's like a 2-minute process.
I asked DEO's unemployment chief of ID checks this week. He apologized for the delay, acknowledging applicants' desire for something faster. John Satter saying that change is coming.
We're standing up, and it'll be in the next couple of days, a identity verification tool where people, it's 2020, people should be able to go online and verify their identity.
Satter was light on details, but says the tool is in testing stages and was created in partnership with the Department of Highway Safety. He expected it would be ready by next week.
And that hopefully will clear a relatively large backlog.
Until it's running,
We apologize for any inconvenience.
Sarah will just have to keep trying the old method, calling each day, waiting for help and benefits.
As my colleague said, we put a man on the moon and brought him back, but we can't staff a phone line.
At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, WPTV News Channel 5.
There's been a lot of talk about government relief for small businesses, but not everyone is waiting. COVID-19 has created new entrepreneurial opportunities in a number of industries, from sanitation and personal care to delivery. WPTV's Arthur Mondale has more on a booming business during the pandemic.
This is small business innovation at its finest.
At John Smith Subs in West Palm Beach, the sandwiches aren't the only things that are hot.
Or not, I still think it's good to have a partition when you're eating anyways.
The plexiglass barriers are the work of Clear Safety Solutions, responsible for installing sneeze and cough guard barriers in restaurants, hotels, and other public spaces.
I got orders from Miami to Orlando.
And would you believe it? O'Brien's company is brand new.
You have to find a customer.
For more than a decade, O'Brien owned an antique store and a vacation rental business, two industries hit hard by the pandemic.
I had to do something.
That something was using his carpentry skill to solve a problem in the marketplace. Experts say new business ventures in sanitation, delivery, and personal care are out there.
Out of every crisis, there are opportunities, and this will be no different.
What can we do to make it where people can come back into the antique store?
That's what it's all about, finding different ways to manage the bad situation, make it better.
When you have a barrier built like this, you feel a lot safer.
So that's what we provide.
It's not just for this one pandemic. It's moving forward. It's for the common cold. It's for the common flu. Everybody wants a barrier between them. So it's kind of one of those things where just move forward and adapt.
Clear Safety Solutions says as the need increases, they'll be hiring more people with skills in carpentry and installation. 2 new hires were made recently. Arthur Mondale, WPTV News Channel 5.
And lastly, Tropical Storm Arthur may have been just the beginning. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has released its 2020 Atlantic Hurricane Outlook, which calls for a 60% chance of an above normal season. Get ready, it just might be a bumpy summer and fall. The NBA is moving closer toward a return. According to reports by both ESPN and The Athletic, the league is heavily considering using Walt Disney World in Orlando as something of a soft bubble where it can resume play without fans at a single site, and players are expected to be called back into their markets beginning on June 1st. News time 8:47. Weather and traffic together are next.
8:49, the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Treasure Coast, we have a nice ride. So far, so good. Major highways look clear right now. Federal Highway moving right along, north and southbound. There's your latest look at traffic. We are up to 80 degrees here in Stewart, and here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Morning here on the Treasure Coast. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms are possible moving in along the coast, and some rainfall could be heavy in spots. This afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will increase inland and decrease along the coast, with more coastal sunshine breaking through. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s with breezy southeasterly winds today. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Hi, I'm Ed, Chief of Operations here at the U.S. Postal Service. Due to the intense popularity of the Elvis stamp, we've decided to come out with an all-new line of stamps to commemorate the king of rock and roll. Starting next month, we will be presenting the Elvis Impersonator stamp. That's why we need your help. Visit your local post office and vote for your favorite Elvis impersonator. Will it be the Hindu Elvis? I am not even but a hound dog. How about the Mexican Elvis? Or maybe you prefer the Grandma Elvis. Look out! Or maybe just the plain old everyday white trash, bought my sideburns at Kmart, big old pot-belly, polyester pants wearing Elvis impersonator. No matter what Elvis you vote for. We're the Postal Service, thinking of more ways to cash in on your ignorance.
I wonder if they have an old man down the road Elvis.
I'm sure they do, Evan.
Wow.
It sounds like they have everyone under the sun of Elvis.
Right? Literally everybody under the sun. That would be pretty darn funny, wouldn't it?
Did you know that Elvis really had blonde hair?
No.
He was born with blonde hair. And
Really?
I guess he used to dye it jet black.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it served him well. Really.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
I remember when he came to the West Palm Beach Auditorium eons ago.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Wow.
Long time
That
ago.
had to be just so impressive
Yeah,
seeing
it was.
him.
Definitely was. Bonnie, did you know 32% of women eat something they later regret almost every single day?
Of course.
Every single day. Is there any one food that you may partake in that you kind of regret?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Potato chips.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like if I have them in my house, it's like I'm so addicted to them that
Mhm.
I'll be constantly going to that bag, and it's hard for me to put them away.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I'm in the danger zone when I have potato chips, and usually when I have company over, like I had company over a week ago, and the first time, which was over a month ago. Usually when company's coming, I stock up on chips,
Gotcha.
which is dangerous too, because then I have many bags.
Wow.
And yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
Wow.
Do
Okay.
you have a food that you get guilty about?
Yeah, ice cream. That's
Uh-huh.
it. I'm guilty. I can sit with a pint of ice cream and it's gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a hard one too, because once you start eating it, and it's like I heard Dr. Tread tell us in the past of the Slim Body Laser Spa, like the way he eats his ice cream. He had said in the past that he'll just maybe give himself a few tablespoons and try to stop.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, easier said than done.
Did you know that 26% of men have cried at a wedding? That's
yeah.
a very interesting stat.
60%?
No, 26.
26.
26. And I will admit,
Have you?
I get very emotional at weddings, especially when I also minister weddings too. So I marry people. So I get very emotionally invested in weddings.
Wow.
And when I get close to the couple, I take it really super personal.
Yeah, I
Very.
could almost see you officiating and like a tear coming
Yeah.
to your eye.
There's
I
a
can picture
couple.
that.
There's a couple that comes to mind. Jennifer and Doug. I did their wedding a couple of years ago, and they have two beautiful kids, and they're huge Mets fans. And they chose me to officiate their wedding, and the groom started crying, which set off a chain reaction, and I just couldn't contain myself. It was just it was a very emotional moment.
Yeah.
And I became very, very close with the family.
I think what set me started crying the one time that I saw my dad cry, and it was at my grandpa's funeral, and when they started playing taps.
Yeah.
My dad started crying and got emotional, which made me emotional, and that's just going to be one of those things that's always going to be etched in my memory.
That takes me back to my dad's funeral back in 2007. My dad passed away on April 20th. 2007, and that was on Gavin's 4th birthday. So when Gavin turned 4 is the same day that that my dad passed away, and I'll never forget that day that the United States Army sent down their funeral team along with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. They sent along their team as well.
Oh, man.
And it was a day. It was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. The way that it was very professionally handled. They had the changing of the guard at my dad's coffin, where we had an open casket. So every 30 minutes there was a changing of the guard.
Yeah.
It was very it was unbelievable. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen. They had the rifles in the X formation with the boots and the helmet for the fallen soldier. And then the trumpeter then proceeded to play taps, and that was just a very, 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 very touching moment.
Yeah,
really
and
was.
Once tap starts playing, that truly can get very emotional.
Yeah. I carry pictures of that on my cell phone with me. To have those great memories of that day. And speaking of soldiers, again, folks, this is a weekend that's not really set aside for partying, so to speak, Bonnie. It's more so it's a time to remember, and it's a time to celebrate the lives of those that have committed their life to the United States Armed Forces, whether, whatever branch of service that you're in. We say thank you. We tip our hats to you. We appreciate you and everything that you've done. And we pay homage to each and every one of you that are here currently, today, tomorrow, and those that are not with us anymore. We say thank you for everything that you do for this country. Those of you that are currently enlisted, that are listening to the show overseas, we thank you as well. We thank anybody that's ever been in the armed forces and gave their lives or served in this great country.
Then we give special thanks, and maybe something physical to do too this weekend might be, if you have that loved relative that passed and doing military service, maybe visit their grave site, add flowers, and clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going to do this weekend. Rachel and I and Gavin, we're going to go down and visit Haley for a little bit, and then we're going to head down to the cemetery. Tend to business down there, put those flags around my dad's grave, visit with my dad, have a conversation with my dad, let him know that everything's okay, that he can, still rest easy.
And he'll be watching over, smiling.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt. That's a wrap for the show, folks. We're not going to be here Monday. It's a holiday. We're off, but we'll be back Tuesday morning bright and early right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. And as always, we say chow mein,
Honduras,
and arriva dirty, folks. And in the words of Ellen DeGeneres,
be kind to one another.
Folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy. Be safe. And be kind to one another. God bless each and every one of you. And thank you again to all the Armed Forces service members. Bye-bye for now.